Ho ho ho! 'Tis the season, everyone. The feeling of holiday cheer in the air, feeling of love and kindness, and the Christmas spirit and extreme materialism. It's Christmas, baby! How do we celebrate it? You spend time with your family. You watch some of the old Christmas classics like Elf, It's a Wonderful Life. Grandma got ran over by a reindeer. On this channel, we celebrate Christmas by watching the bootleg Christmas movies that are pumped out every single year because Christmas. You read that title right, guys. I found 10 of the worst Christmas movies, and now I'm going to talk about them, starting from the most competent produced film, going to what I think is the worst one. Jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, so starting off with the holiday calendar, it is easily the best one, and it's really not even close. We got Abby. She's a photographer, and she doesn't like her job that much. She wants to buy this shop, or she wants to buy this store, whatever, I don't really know. She wants to buy a new building and make it a place where she can showcase all of her photography and her art. This is a rom-com. You can pretty much see where it's going. So there's this calendar. Holiday calendar. Holy shit, that's the name of the movie! It was Abby's grandma's holiday calendar, but she passed away, and her grandpa's like, hey, your grandma wanted you to have this. Also, Gramps is the absolute best character in this entire movie, and it's not even close. For this holiday calendar, they can't open it by themselves to put little treats in because it opens on its own magically to give little toys that predict what's gonna happen that day. It's like a glance ahead to something important that's gonna happen to Abby. I'll give you, for example, the first day she gets a pair of boots, right? As a little toy. And then Josh gives her a new pair of boots. Which, okay, that makes sense, but then later there was a Santa hat, and it's on, the same day. They, there's the big fight or whatever. Basically, Josh is like, hey, you took photos for the mayor, I'll take the card and I'll upload it. She goes away for a bit to talk to her boss, and then she goes back, and Josh is like, hey, by the way, somebody came by and accidentally pressed the key, and all the photos on her card is gone. Which, oh my god, that sucks. There's gotta be a way to recover that, though, right? And then Abby gets fired, and then it's Josh's fault, but Abby takes the blame because it was her card, and now Abby's unemployed, and Abby's sad, and I don't know what the fuck the Santa hat was supposed to do. Was Josh wearing a Santa hat? So, the whole movie, Abby is literally told by everyone that her and Josh are, perfect for each other. Then, when she finally realizes, hey, Josh is actually, perfect for me, it takes her so long to, figure it out. Yeah, no. Yeah, you got it. You got it, yeah. Yeah, Josh is the one. It's Josh. Are you still debating this? Anyways, Josh and Abby end up together. Josh buys Abby the studio space she wanted from the beginning of the movie that she mentioned to him. Which also, by the way, Josh, you are loaded. You just went on an 18-month trip, came back, and bought her a studio space? In this economy? Dashing through the snow, and a one-horse open sleigh. Laughing all the way. That's right, you read that title correctly. They love Christmas so much, they thought they should put in the title a second time. So yeah, this is kind of another, love movie, rom-com. It's predictable. Everybody finds love on Christmas Day. I'll spare you a lot from this one because there's not much here to remember. It's really just more forgettable. At least with the holiday calendar, that one was actually, so predictable that I kind of liked it. This one here is predictable that was whatever. So it tries to be too meta by having the girls literally enter into a Christmas movie due to the main girl's wish. They even have the two sisters recognize certain plot points when they happen in the movie. It has decent production value, but it's so cliche and it checks all the boxes and it tries to be so meta at the same time, but they don't do really anything with that concept. Also Santa is the one that transports the girls to the Christmas Town in the first place. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I might as well just mention it again. So, we trying to set up Santa Claus to be the next Kang the Conqueror? What are we in? The Christmas movie, Christmas multiverse? Also, again, for the second time in a row, the grandparent is the best character.
Cookie.
Yes, give me that right now. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very dim-lit, shiny nose. 3 rom-coms in a row. Holy shit. So, unlike the other ones where there's like a hint of like a magical presence, this is not. It's as basic as you can get. Big city business boy lives in big city, has to go to small town called Christmas Cove, mind you, to host Christmas. And then he meets the event planner, and she's single, and he's single, and they start flirting, and now they're in love, and they're gonna live together in Christmas movie, Christmas Cove. I'm saying Christmas way too much. The acting is bland. The whole, like, everything set up is just so, like, cliche and cheesy. They also have people rave about the decorations at the end of the movie, and yet I can't see them at all. For example, the final scene, Meredith is showing all the Christmas lights to everybody, and she turns it on. Everyone goes, ooh, ah, look at that, yeah. Are we gonna see it? Are we gonna see the Christmas lights? No? Shit. Frosty the Snowman melted away because snow melts away. Skill issue. So when I was originally making this video, I looked up Christmas movies on YouTube, and I found this movie titled Home Alone for Christmas. And then I took the title and I put it into the YouTube search, and I got 3-Day Christmas instead. And it's the same movie, so I'm like, okay, that's really weird that they just had a completely separate title for the movie. And then you look up that title on Google and you just get 3-Day Death. So here we enter the first of 2 Home Alone knockoffs. The father, Martin, basically locks his family into his house for 3 days, 3 nights without any electricity, heat, and running water. And he does this in an attempt to reconnect with his family because he feels as though the electronics that are in everyone's life has completely taken him away from any sort of real connection with them. Sounds to me like it's a misunderstanding, and Martin is just going to have to realize his own arrogance is what's been holding him back from making a real connection with his kids. Oh, it's a misunderstanding where Martin's arrogance was the real thing that was holding him back from making any sort of connection with his kids. Who are the robbers? They are Martin's older brother and his older brother's son. So the first night they steal food. Kind of a dickhead move considering they can't use the stove for any canned foods. And most of the stuff they took wasn't canned goods, but alright then. You can still kind of make that work. So what did they do the second night then? How do they top that? They steal the family dog and her newborn puppies. Why would you steal the dogs? That is so insane. So the third night, the family's fed up. They set up a bunch of traps. They're like borderline not even traps. You see where this is probably going. The Taylor family survives.
Uh-oh. You guys. We did it. 3 days. We did the test. We did it. We made it.
Yeah, I would hope killing each other is off limits. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus. Kevin McAllister is now a dog who was a former canine dog who doesn't really bark because the last time he did, he messed up his partner's hand or something. And Joey Diaz is here for some reason. Zeus is the dog. Not barking is his game. And George adopted him, and Belinda doesn't like him. And then they show a montage a minute later, and now she loves him, but still hates him. She aggressively tolerates the dog. The dog knocks over a gingerbread house on accident, and then Belinda's like, get rid of that dog the day after Christmas, and then the family goes to Grandma's, who is also the best character in the movie. That is 3 for 3 on the grandparents being the best characters in any of these movies. So they go to Grandma's. Joey Diaz and co. decide to rob the place, except Joey Diaz is written to be like Marv, and his way dumber than Marv. I don't listen to Joey Diaz's comedy, but I know he's not a complete moron. So why did they make him one in this movie? I don't know. So the robbers go there. They hear the dog fake barking. He basically plays an audio tape that like is loud enough for them to hear it at the front door. And then they leave and come back 2 hours later as if anything is going to be any different. We meet the cat lady who's supposedly crazy because she doesn't put up Christmas lights outside.
You know, people get the wrong idea. They think because I don't put any lights outside for Christmas, I'm a Scrooge. Truth is, I just don't have anybody to help me.
That's so sad. Anyway. How the every other character in this movie is better than the family. The dog just kind of sits around until the guy shoots Joey Diaz with a Nerf gun. Sorry, tranquilizer gun. It's a Nerf gun that was spray painted gray. The cops come. The family's like, man, you beat off 2 guys while also causing a ton of damage to our house that we were pissed about you earlier in the movie for, but now that you stopped them from taking anything, we'll keep you as our dog. Christmas, Christmas, I'm watching it fall. Christmas. Yeah, so reading that title, you would think this would be way more insane than it is, but it's really misleading, and I'll explain it here. So all the kids on Mars are watching Santa Claus on television, and they're like sad, and they can't sleep. And all the Martian leaders get together and like, we need to bring Santa Claus here. So the Martian leaders go to Earth, they get Santa Claus. 2 random children, for some reason, they bring the Christmas spirit back to Mars, baby. They defeat the bad guys. Santa and the 2 children leave for Earth. Okay, so let's get to my main problem with this movie. The title, Santa Claus Conquer the Martians, only really happens in theory. Like, Santa Claus does not fight anyone. There is no fighting, really. I know there's a movie called Santa Claus versus the Devil, and while I've never seen it, it looks absolutely insane with a Santa Claus fighting the devil. I thought we were getting that here. I guess not. The acting is only so good. It's totally not cheesy, cliche, and it's totally exactly what the title suggests this movie is like. I really can't stay, baby. It's cold outside. I got to go with baby. It's freezing. Like, I'm trying to help. Would you just stay here until the snow goes and then I'll let you go? My God. When I first read this title, I was so excited for this movie. A karate Christmas miracle? That sounds great. It was not. You probably imagine a karate tournament where the kid goes up against a kung fu master like Po from Kung Fu Panda, and then he wins against all odds or something like that. You're expecting something like that, right? And like through the magic of Christmas, he wins. Whatever. Whatever. He's like Santa Claus's son. I don't know. Nah, in actuality, here's the story, and it's so much darker than it needs to be. A year ago, there was a shooting on Christmas Day at a movie theater, and the father of the central family has disappeared. Then there's the final scene, and remember, the kid has to like do one more thing, and then he's a black belt, and then he believes his father is going to come home, right? Just roll the clip.
Way to go, Jesse! Yay! All right, Jesse, wait to your brother! It's a miracle. It's a true Christmas miracle.
You could not write that if you were a normal person. That is the most insane, like, final sequence in a movie I've seen in a long time. So much happens in, like, 13 seconds. No offense to the Buffalo Bills. Honestly, this movie was snubbed at the Oscars. This is the biggest miss that Academy has made since the Emoji Movie didn't win Best Picture. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. It doesn't show signs of stopping. And I forgot to get more food. Oh my God, I may not survive this. No. Don't want a lot for Christmas. I'm not gonna go too much into this. There's tons of videos on YouTube as to why this movie is as bad as it is, and I recommend you watch one of those videos, honestly. I don't really connect to religious movies, but I will acknowledge that there are some really, really good ones out there. Prince of Egypt is the only one I ever have to point to, and yes, that counts. It tries way too hard to be, oh god, relatable to the youth. No! The dance, there is a dance sequence at the end of the movie that actually almost brought me to actual literal tears. I'm not even kidding when I say that. It was so bad. I can rip into this movie more, but I don't want to here. Also, Kirk Cameron seems like a nice guy, but this just ain't it. Fa la 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 la. This is it. This is the best one. This one we've all been leaning towards. We've been wanting to see one that looks bad, that the acting is over the top, and is like a classic retelling of something that everyone already knows. This is the movie. Easily the funniest bad Christmas movie of this whole bunch. The acting is fantastic. The dialogue isn't corny. The obvious cliche of Scrooge being cheap and meanie is so great and not overdone at all. I was hoping for this. I was hoping for the over-the-top acting and the 1840s dialogue from the book to be implemented in the real world, because it just is so not what people say today. I mean, honestly, who did they let in the kitchen to cook while making this movie? What do you mean you're having trouble seeing this movie? It's too dark for you. Humbug!
Ah! Humbug.
Humbug! Chef's kiss. I love it. If you don't know the story of Christmas Carol, then just Google it. I actually had a pro gamer moment and figured out what Marley's supposed to do. I'll play the clip. Roll the clip. Hold on, that's not... I don't think that's right for the character of Marley. I thought the character of Marley was like always like the nicer one. Oh no, okay, so I was wrong. Marley was Scrooge before Scrooge. But he's trapped in a hellish eternity and he does... Oh! And he's come back to warn Ebenezer. That's what Marley does. Okay. I can't do this film any more justice here. I think it's time that we just watch my initial reactions to it, because that's the only way you'll ever get a sense of this movie's greatness.
But...
It was only 5 minutes.
Only 5 minutes? Do you think it's fair to not pay a man who works for a month, Mr. Smale?
Oh, this is it! Oh, this is it! This is the shit I wasn't even looking for!
To cover the deficit of everyone doing this, I would essentially have to not pay 2 workers a month's salary, which, as you correctly put, is not fair.
He's so good with, like, numbers and shit. Oh, it's because he's so cheap. I love it. I love it already. This is amazing.
I wish that you'd get better. Me too. I didn't. I know you'll get better. I wished for chocolate cake.
Oh, he's gonna die because you didn't wish for him to get better.
Been here, and I think you should treat me to a drive.
Not a chance.
In a car wreck.
Marley has the force.
Go on.
That's all they left?
Year after year. Your heart has just grown cold. My feelings with it.
Cold like coal. Christmas coal. Christmas coal Carol. Carol is here. Where is Carol? Who is Carol?
They are what they are.
Those are Marley's ashes.
They couldn't have chosen a less windy day to shoot that. Those are Marley's ashes. I meant to get them all. Boom! I timed it perfectly!
You can barely afford to stay alive, let alone afford a horse.
I have other money in the world.
Is that really what they think of me?
All I show you is the present. All that it is.
Do not look so sad, Fred, for you are...
Is that really what they think of me? Well, I have enough money to build a nuke. They will all die in a ball of fire.
He's not as bad as you said, Mum.
I guess not.
He's got the Christmas spirit.
See, like, right here is the Christmas spirit of him before. we don't like this, right? This is him now. We like that. Down here, no, we don't like that. That's very yucky, very ew. This, however,
What's got into you?
The Christmas spirit.
Really?
Yes.
no, I was kidding. Do you work for me? You do? You're fired. Thank you all so much for watching. I know it's been a while since I've shown my face on camera, and I'm sorry for that. I really appreciate the response that those trailer parodies got. I do want to make more of those in the future. They were a lot of fun to do. I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas, and if I don't get another video out before the New Year, Happy New Year. Stay safe this holiday season. Stay in school, kids. Comment your favorite Christmas movie you like, or comment your favorite Christmas cookie. Let me know. Just comment something, please. That's all I ask. All right, bye.